Good morning, you wonderful people. This is the instruction video for week 5 for our financial math class. Um, Obviously, if you are here in our Google Classroom, this right here shows you your assignments for this week. This right here is written instructions. Um, First, for the last few weeks of this class, we've been talking about ways to invest money through stock market or bonds or whatnot. Invest money in order to make more money. And investing money is one of the best ways to create lasting wealth or lasting money or for lasting financial freedom for you and your family. However, in order to invest money, you have to have money saved. Um, and so for us, the money that you earn minus your expense or minus how much you spend, um, what's left over is the money you're actually able to invest. This is the money you've saved. So, over the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about how to reduce this right here, how to reduce your expenses, because this is a part of saving money that you have the most control over. How much you earn, you have some control over, but not as much, in my opinion, as how much you spend. So this week we're going to be focusing on how to reduce our food costs. And here are your 3 assignments. Okay, so if we look at this first assignment, assignment number 13, if you click here, it'll open up this. So this first assignment that you're doing this week, you guys are going to be doing research. And you're basically going to be researching 2 things. You're going to be researching food pantries, you're researching soup kitchens. So right here it tells you what exactly a food pantry is. A food pantry is an organization that provides free food to people. You can think of it sort of as a free grocery store for people who need it in the community. So I want you guys to Google food pantry and whatever name of the city that you're in. So food pantry Boston, food pantry Dorchester, food pantry East Boston. And that should give you food pantries near where you live. Okay, and then click on the links, read up about it, and then here write down the name of some food pantries that are near you, their address, and what time they're actually open. Different food pantries will be open at different times. Okay. If you decide to use it, you should also end up writing other information such as how often you're able to actually go there to get groceries, and maybe anything else that you think will be useful in you being able to actually use it. Next, we're going to be researching, or you're going to be researching soup kitchens. A soup kitchen prepares and serves meals to people who come in. You can sort of think of it as a free restaurant for people who need it. The people go there, they sit down, and they eat the food that's been prepared, just like you would do it at a restaurant. One thing I should say is I believe right now all soup kitchens are closed during this whole Corona COVID because everything's closed right now. But this is still a useful thing to know because at one point the whole quarantine thing will no longer be in effect. So once again, Google soup kitchen and wherever you live. And I want you guys to look up some near where you are. Write down their name, the address, and what times do they serve meals. And soup kitchens, like restaurants, they'll have a breakfast time, a lunch time, maybe a dinner time. Depends on the soup kitchen. Okay, so this is basically assignment number 13. And at this very top here, I say a little spiel. And where did I get these numbers right here? I got them at this website. Just like I ask you always to put down where you get your information, I do try to do the same. Okay, so that is assignment number 13. Assignment number 14 is also a research assignment. If you were to click this link right there, it opens this up. You're going to be researching two things. One is called SNAP, the other one's called WIC. SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, but that's a very long name. Almost no one ever calls it the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Most people just call it SNAP. Its old name used to be food stamps. So if you talk to someone who was on SNAP, let's say 20 years ago, the word they used would probably be food stamps. Okay, and so SNAP is basically the government, a government program that gives family money in order to buy groceries, and they give you a certain amount every single month. They'll give you a card that looks like a credit card or debit card. And every month, the government SNAP program will load money onto that card. And then you just take that card to a grocery store. You swipe it when they tell you to swipe for credit card, debit card. You just tell them EBT instead of credit card or debit card. And you swipe it, and you get to pay your grocery bill or part of your grocery bill with the money that the government deposited into your SNAP card. Okay, so it's a really great program. So I'm gonna have you guys Google it. So Google Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, or you can probably actually just Google SNAP if you want, and take some time just to read up on the program. So I would spend just like 15 minutes, just read it. And then after that, I want you to look at what are the requirements for actually getting SNAP. And I actually put a nice little link here because I found that some websites, it was hard to figure out what the requirements were. So I found one that I thought was easy to read. And here it is. So read it and decide whether or not your family qualifies for SNAP. If you have people outside your family who you think might qualify for this program, you might want to, forward this information to them or ask them about it. Okay. And the other program we're going to be talking about and you're going to research is called WIC. And once again, it has a longer name than that. The real name is Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children. That's a very long name, and no one ever says that. Everyone just calls it WIC. And this mainly, it's, in my opinion, the main benefit is the food benefit, but also has other benefits it provides also. So this is a program specifically for basically pregnant new mothers and children up to 5. So this is the program that was developed to make sure that little kids basically had food. But in addition to the food part, they also provide these other things. There's also other requirements besides just being a woman and pregnant, or having a kid up to the age of 5. So Google WIC, take 15 minutes to read up about the program, and then after that, once again, I looked up the requirements to get WIC. So read up on that. This WIC has a income requirement. So like you can't make more than X amount if you want to have WIC. So here's a separate link for that. So after reading about the program, reading the requirements, and reading the income requirements. Figure out whether or not your family qualifies for WIC, and also think about other people you might know who might qualify for WIC. Okay, and this last part is optional. There are more than just this in terms of programs out there to help feed people, especially in a city like Boston. If you want, Google free food and whatever city you live in, and look at some other possible programs that they might have. Okay, so that's the second assignment. Third assignment is talking about recipes. So now that you have the assistance maybe getting groceries, or if you can't get assistance for groceries and you have to buy groceries, there are still meals that are cheaper to make than other meals. So what I might have you guys do is you guys are going to be looking up or you're going to ask your parents for recipes that they know how to make that is cheap to make. Hopefully also the meal should be actually healthy and maybe not take forever to prepare. But the main criteria, cheap. So if you click this link right here, it gives you a blank template to write in your recipe. You're going to be writing the name of it, ingredients, and how to make it. Tell me how long does it take to make it, and any other notes that you want people to know. You should be knowing that whatever you send me is going to get sent out to all the other students. So we're going to basically get everybody's recipes, put them all together, and then send them out to everyone so people have all these great recipes. I put an example right here. So if you click this link right here, it will open up this, which is a recipe I grew up making, and I actually just made it last week. And it's pretty inexpensive to make. I would say the whole recipe probably cost about $4 to make, and will feed you for 3 meals. So that's basically it. After you finish those 3 assignments, go back to the instruction page and just check off if you did it. Like for this food pantry research thing, if you did it, put a little X right there and say that you did it. Let's say for this researching WIC thing, you tried it but you couldn't figure out. It was confused. You were confused. You didn't know how to do it. Then put an X there. If you're confused or something like that, you should either send me an email so I can help you, or maybe you're going to come to office hours so I can help you during that. Okay, and do that for the 3 assignments. If you want to email me about any questions you have, there's my email address, leetheteacher@gmail.com. Once again, all your teachers now have office hours, which is basically a time you can talk to your teachers one-on-one. The term office hours is typically used in college. So if you do go to college, all your teachers in college will have office hours. If you're going to come to my office hours, you're going to need to download this program called Zoom. It basically is just a way we can video chat, so you can actually see my screen, and so I can actually show you and help you so you can actually see it. Before you come to the Zoom office hours, you should click here, and this is a sign-up sheet for office hours. And I have office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays from 11 to 12:30, Thursdays from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And just sign up here. So put your name, put what assignment you want help with. And this is just so whoever signs up here, they're the person who's going to get to talk during that section. Other people are able to, like, if you see someone who signed up for this time who's has questions about the same assignment you do, you can come join us. But the school wants only one person to be talking at a time, which is why we have one student to be talking at a time, which is why we have these set specific times. All right, I hope that helped, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.